my channel. My name is Laura, and today I am doing some storage of my rubber stamps. Now, I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator many years ago because I like to rubber stamp and I like to make cards and I like to use it in my scrapbooking. So I have accumulated a lot of stamps. I have wood stamps, I have Klingon stamps, I have a lot of stamp pads. So I'm going to share with you my current situation of how I'm storing them. Yeah, someone recommended that I do this, so here we go. I'm going to share with you how I have it currently. Okay, the first thing I'm going to share with you is my stamp pads. I used to have a lot of stamp pads, and every time they changed the colors, I would get rid of stuff. So this is how I currently have it. I did have it in a turnabout, and I didn't like how it was, so I got rid of my turnabout, and I made this thing out of cardboard. So these are all my current colors in Stampin' Up. I was changing them out as they changed the colors out. So that's how because I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I had to keep on buying the stupid cards, the stamp sets, because they keep changing the colors every year. So these are the current ones that I use, and I really like this one. I made this out of cardboard. This is made out of cereal boxes, and then I put it together and I used a lot of duct tape. So that's what the black and the white is, duct tape. So that's where I have my Stampin' Up! Pads. Now I also have these little mini pads, and these are the ones I use. These pads here, I store them in these little containers. These are containers that you put your photos in. They are 4x6 little containers, so I have these. These are great. They're called Versa Magic, and these work in your Hobonichi fantastically. So I have these sorted by color, so that's the one set. Then I have another set, which is the green and the blues and the purples, and these are great to carry away when you're going away on a trip or whatever, and they fit nicely in these little compact little containers. So I store them up here on the top, so while I'm using them. But if I wanted to go away, I completely can take them with me on the go. Okay. So since I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I have accumulated lots and lots of rubber stamps. Right here next to me, here, I'm going to move this Perel, is my current stash. These are the ones that I pull out most frequently. And I have them in a Dollar Tree little box. And these are on my desk. And I also have these rubber stamps in a Stampin' Up! These are the ones I use pretty frequently, so they're in here. These are like notes, and I have my Stampin' Up! Demonstrator copyright stamp in there, and to do, and just things that I like to use frequently that are wooden. So I have them in another Stampin' Up! Little tiny box, as you can see more. So that's that there, and these are all the Stampin' Up! Ones. So I'm going to go to the other side of the room, and I'm going to share with you how I have the other sets of stamps. So a while back, I worked at the Wacky Gym, and they were going out of business, and I acquired this nice furniture type thing that is for a shoe rack. And in these shoe racks is where I have most of my supplies. So here in this pink one here, I'm going to pull it out. These are my rubber stamps that have words, and these are all from Stampin' Up! And I have them in this little case. These come out nicely. And then in this one here are my birthday ones. And they all fit in that box very nicely. Okay, so that's how I have my Stampin' Up! Ones that are clinging. Then across the way, I have these re-anchors here, and these are all my re-anchors, and they fit in this nice box. I don't know if I got this box I don't know where I got this box from, but all my re-inkers fit in this nice box, so you can see them all. And my stays on ones are in there. Okay, then I have some loose rubber stamps in here. This is haven't been used. These are more my kids. These are the ones that they can pull out. This is kind of dusty. I haven't touched it in a while. So here are my stamp. These, like, there's Naomi in there, if you can see that rubber stamp there. These are my kids' ones that they can pull out this thing and stamp whatever they want. So I have Naomi, I have Victoria in there. See, these are all my wooden ones that are my kids. Okay, I have to move over to the other side of the room now. I found another bin that had stamps in it. So this bin here has my alphabets in it. I'm going to pull it out so you can see. Hopefully I don't drop it on the floor. Okay, so these are my alphabet ones. I used to use these a lot. Yeah, I have the little Dollar Tree storage type thing. This could come to my desk, and it has the stamps that are alphabets. Little tiny alphabets. So, yeah, so here you go. That's another alphabet set. These are all alphabets. Then I have these little alphabets, and then in this container, I have a lot of alphabets as well. I have it sorted by alphabet. Yeah, this is like a bead container, and it has all the alphabets in wood. Okay, in another bin, I found another bin with Stampin' Up! Stuff in it. And this one has all my little craft pads. These are little tiny ink pads. I hardly ever use these things. But I did find these, and I have it stored in a Dollar Tree bin with all the stamp pads in there. So, and then I have it in the box, and it goes in one of my bins here. So it has to be labeled. I haven't labeled it yet, but yeah, so that's what I found there. Moving to my shelving unit, these are where I have my rubber stamps that are wooden, and I have taken them out of their containers and sorted them by the way I use them. And they are in these containers that I got from Amazon, and they are called the ArtBin. Here you go. It's called the Super Satchel Series ArtBin, and I labeled them on the outside, people and babies, thank you and friends, words, love, holiday, birthday, shapes in summer, weather, flowers, and miscellaneous on the bottom. So they're all sorted in here. I will take out one to share with you what they look like inside. So some kits I did leave together. I'm going to try to open this with one hand. Like this kit is a whole kit, and I didn't want to take it apart, so I left it whole. And this is a Stampin' Up! Called All in the Family. And then all my little ones that are just from different sets are in here. And this one is my baby one. So this could probably, does this fit here? No, it doesn't fit there, so that's why I have it on top. So that's how I store these. Okay, my clinging stamps I put in this big Tupperware type box, and I have a lot of these boxes with all of my different crafts. But this has stamps on it, so I'm going to open it up. And what I did in here was I took out photo albums from an insert from a photo album. See, here you go. The photo sleeves are in here, and I tied it with some ribbon. And what you can do here is you can flip through, these are empty, but you can flip through and see all your stamps. These are from different kits. They are not Stampin' Up! These are different kits from different companies that I've gotten. I really like this idea because I get to see what I have, and my kids go through this a lot. These are all the clinging stamps, and I use this a lot. I love this one, the geek one. So yeah, so that's how I store them. This way you could root through them and see what the heck you have and try to use them. So yeah, so that's how I have it stored in this box. And I have a close to my heart box that I have my alphabets in that are wooden. And this opens up like this. And I have my ABCs in here. These are like my really big ones that I use occasionally. And I have numbers and the whole sets from Stampin' Up. Another way is the close to my heart container. This is the medium size one, and I have the stamps from Close to My Heart in here, and other companies as well, and it opens up just like the bottom one did. And it opens like this, and then you can sort. I put in Ziplocs where I sort. You can pull out the stamps. So these are, as I told you, I have a lot of stamps. These are my Close to My Heart ones. I used to buy from them often, especially for the Stamp of the Month Club. This is a Stampin' Up. But I do have Close to My Heart in here, and just sorted in here in these containers from Stampin' Up. Yep, I have a lot of stuff. I also have these 31 bins that I have Stampin' Up in as well. I have Stampin' Up in here and other stamps. Those that aren't mounted yet that I still need to mount. And then in here has all my acrylic blocks. I have it in a Close to My Heart box. These are all my acrylic. Oops, sorry. It's hard to do this with one hand. But these are my acrylic blocks. And then I have more, some things that go on my, what is it called? The Big Shot? So, yep. So I have some there in here. And more loose stamps. These are my kids. This has N in here, so it must be Naomi and Victoria. Yeah, those are N and Victoria. So, yeah, so that's how I store that. So, on my display here, this is stamps, 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 an empty bin of stamps here, and then these are empty. I just bought that recently. These are my punches in that bin there, and then all my stamps are in the bottom. Then I have washi tape on the very, very bottom. So, yeah, it's still in a work in progress. I've still been eliminating stuff. So, yeah. I hope I gave you some ideas how to store rubber stamps. I mean, I have a huge collection. I've been collecting for years. I think I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator way back in the 1990s. I also did, I also was a demonstrator for, man, I couldn't even remember the name of the company. I was a creative memories consultant way before I was a Stampin' Up! Consultant. I have a lot of scrapbooking in my background. So yes, I was a scrapaholic, and I still am, but not as much as I was. So yes. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in another video.